Hello, so let's try this problem. This is from the addition of vectors. So find the magnitude of the vector sum A vector plus B vector plus C vector. Each grid square is 7 Newton on a side. If the vector sum is to west, enter a negative value, and if the vector sum is to the east, enter a positive value. So for this, first of all, we need to see what do we mean by addition of factors. So if you remember, what do we mean by addition of factors? So suppose if we have multiple different vectors, suppose this is the vector A, we have different vector, then this vector is B, another vector we have vector C. How can we find the addition of these three vectors? We need to take the closing side of this diagram. The closing vector is going to start from the tail of A and it's going to join the tip of C, and this is D vector. This is going to give us the sum of the vector A plus B plus C. So this D here is A plus B plus C. This is the sum of these three vectors A, B and C. So now we'll come to this given problem where we have three vectors given to us A, B, C on this grid which is 7 Newton. And the sign convention is also given to us if the vector is to the west. If it is in this direction, going to this direction, we are going to take it negative, and if it is going to the east direction, we are going to take it as positive. So now let's suppose again we are going to take the sum of these three vectors. Our three vectors are this A vector plus B vector plus C vector. We have the sum of these three vectors as the D vector. So for this, first of all, what we need to do, we need to put each vector on each other. So suppose A is given to us, so we are going to now move our B vector on this A vector. So the tail of this B, it should be on this tip of A. So B has 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you're going to start it from this point, this will be here till this point. So this is our B vector is here. This is the B vector. Now further we are going to take C vector and we are going to put this C vector on B vector. So suppose this is the C vector. It has two blocks, two grid blocks, 1 and 2. So we are going to start it from this point and up to this point. So we have A vector, B vector and C vector in the same order, and now the sum of these three vector is gonna be the closing side of this. So this is the D vector on this grid. So if you see just from this grid, you can see just one grid, and what was the each grid square is 7 Newton on a side. So the D vector from this diagram we can say is 7 Newton. And what is the direction? Direction is towards the east, so it's gonna be with a positive sign. So D vector we have here is just 7 Newton.